What's up guys, Andy here and welcome to not necessarily another episode of The Road to Glory, but just a side episode showing you my tactics that I use mostly for this weekend league and that I'm probably gonna use in the next weekend league as well. I did just record a little pack opening, where I packed a new player which might sub out Ramos Rodriguez. That'll be up tomorrow. Hint hint, it's a rule breaker. So yeah, I'm currently using this team. As you can see, I have 3 center mids, so I'm using the 4-1-2-1-2. I have Salah kind of off cam, but he's still amazing, one of my favorite players on this game. Along with Mane, who's also incredible, but Mbappe is just on another level, dude. He's insane. This defense as well is incredible. I don't think I want to change defense before I could afford icons, you know. Possibly, you know, a little Ashley Cole left back, Rio Ferdinand check, you know. Even then, I might actually prefer Mendy and Varane. This guy is mental. Packed him first episode and he's one of my favorite players. But yeah, let's get into the tactics. So, in my 4-1-2-1-2, I use the pressure on heavy touch, which you should in this formation because, you know, you need to press, or if you press high, you make more chances. You know, 4-1-2-1-2 is not about holding possession or dominating the play. It's more about quick and smooth attacks, especially down the middle. My defensive style also have 5 width, just because most of my opponents use a wider formation, and then my center mids and left back, right back stays a little bit more out wide, so I don't suffer as many crossing goals. And I have a lower depth because, you know, I don't want to get countered as much, and I mainly use my 3 attackers, cam, and 2 strikers to attack. Offensive, I just use balanced and 5-5, and corners, it's up to you what you need. I'll at least use 2 corners if you don't want to get counter, because that man at front post is just, that's the guy you need on corners. I use 3 often because it just fills up the box more, and when you call on a player, it often leaves space for the guy in front, and that guy at front post is always Varane for me, which is just incredible. He scores many corner goals. How many has he scored for me now? 7. He scored 7 corner goals in the space of a week for me, and I don't cross that much on corners either. So let's get into the positions. I obviously use Kante at DM. He's insane, one of my favorite players in real life as well. And my 2 center mids I like to have somewhat balanced, as they can, you know, they control the play. So I especially have one a little more defensive center mid, and one who can, you know, pass and just send through balls and just break down your opponent's defense. And at cam, I'm currently using Usman, but I often sub on Sufati because of Dembele's stamina. But yeah, and Salah on the left for crossbody shots, and it's great to have a 5-star skiller as well in MLP. Also, Usman Dembele is 5-star, 5-star, so that's why I start him, as well as the links I need. So for instructions, on my striker on my left striker I have stay forward, and my right striker I have stay forward and get in behind, just so my main kind of striker just goes in between lines and can get balls and shoot. So mainly, if you don't need no preferences with your the feet of your strikers, just use the one who has the best finishing at the right striker in this particular setup. At cam, I use stay forward and free roam, just so he could stay forward and just feed balls through to both Salah and Mbappe. And my center mids, I have balanced attack, stay on edge for cross so they don't flood the box, and cover wing, which is important because, as I said, you often face really wide opponents. I also have conservative interceptions because I use the pressure on heavy touch, so my center mids don't, you know, attack that hard. I usually like my attackers to do most of the pressing. That's why I also have my DM at conservative, because he just often pulls up to the cam to press. Speaking of my DM, I use to cut the passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover center. This because, you know, it's no point of having your main DM go out wide. I've debated using the drop between defenders as well, which I might try out soon. But currently I'm just using the stay back. And fullbacks, I also use stay back while attacking. Because I mean, in this formation, it just works on preferences, to be fair. Because if I would have balanced, I would just get more crossing opportunities, especially with these two left backs who can skill as well. But I like to have a more compact defense, so I don't concede as much counters. As you can see, I also have them on conservative, but you could also play like this, you know, normal and balanced. Or if you want, you could play on aggressive as well, just to win the ball back on the wings as well. But I do have conservative on basically my whole midfield, apart from Osman and my fullbacks, because even though I have them on conservative, they always push up to try and get the ball when I use the pressure on heavy touch, but they don't press that high up the field, you know. So for instance, when I tried the balanced on attacking runs, they always pressed my opponent's fullback, which left so much space in behind. But when they push the wingers, I just enjoy that much more, because I often just win the ball as they try to pass it down outside to their wing and just pace up the line, you know. As well as my center mids, they go out wide and they try to press the fullbacks, but they don't go fully committed on it. So if I don't get the ball, I can always backtrack and catch their winger with the ball, which is really nice. I also have my center backs on conservative, which I'm just trying out at the moment. That's completely up to you as well. I haven't changed anything on my keeper yet. I'm debating trying, you know, combs of crosses or sweep keeper, but as well, but I'm using Alisson. You know, he's not the tallest keeper, so I'm mainly focusing on winning the aerial duels with my two center backs. And for roles that just comes to your team, you know. Captain doesn't matter, short free kick, long free kick, that's my free kick man. James Rodriguez as well on corners, because he has the best crossing in my team, and Salah on penalties because, you know, he has some of the best penalties in my team. I usually like to have high on my center mids, and the guy I packed who might replace James has high as well, but he's just too good, man. That 88 passing, 88 dribbling, 88 shooting, you almost need that at your center mid. I mean, you could use someone like Kevin De Bruyne here, but he's a lot more expensive, plus this guy was an SPC. And what for an 82 rated squad. And with a catalyst, I mean, I could just give him the ball, just send the pass through, and he gets an assist. Well, that's where I'm gonna leave today's video. I hope you enjoyed the tactics I use, and if you have any suggestions for tactics I may change, or if you are wondering what tactics you should use in another formation or anything, just leave a comment and I'll try to respond to as many as I can, even though I only get like one comment on every video. Sad face. But, well, yeah. I'll see you around. Peace.